What a long-winded chat that was, my friends. Okay, we have not done one of these in a really hot minute because honestly, the makeup releases so far in 2021 have been quite the snooze fest in my humble opinion. But I feel like ripping on some makeup today, and I feel like getting really excited about some makeup today. So, new makeup releases it is. Now, you know the drill. Before we get started, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share it around the socials. I'm also going to give a pre-warning. I get pretty brutally honest, like the thoughts get quite unfiltered for these. So if you get easily offended by like opinions that aren't your own and people don't agree with you and that kind of a thing, I'm not for you, and that's okay. But yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so you guys probably know the drill. You've probably seen 1 billion videos of these. They're just fun. They're just a little bit of fun. We just have a giggle, don't we? Anyway, you guys, I'm losing my damn mind today. Bear with me. All right, first up, I want to talk about this particular palette. I have literally already put this in my cart, removed it from my cart, put it back in my cart, went to check out, and then this website doesn't have PayPal, so I had to actually manually put my credit card details in. I was like, I can't be bothered getting off the couch and get my credit card. Sat it there and then was like, no, and retook it out of my cart. So it's really been a whirlwind ride with this palette already. But it is the new Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. This palette is stunning. Stunning. Probably nearly the best color scheme of a palette that I have seen all year come out. And yes, I know Pat just released a new Mothership, we'll get there, but like the actual color scheme, I love green eyeshadows. I don't know what it is about green eyeshadows, but if there's a palette with greens, I usually buy it. The only thing that holds me back from buying this, because it's only like 27 Australian dollars. So it's a cheap palette. I mean, the shipping takes it up to like $40 for like to Australia. But the thing that holds me back is the quality of their eyeshadows, like Beauty Bay's eyeshadows. I have like one of their other matte, like it's like a mega eyeshadow palette, and I got it because I really liked the color scheme of it. But I really struggle, like it's not necessarily the worst quality that I've ever tried, but it's really not the best, and I kind of struggle with it a little bit. It's almost like a pressed pigment. I just don't think I love pressed pigments. And I don't know if that's the case with this palette, and the color scheme's beautiful, but I just think I'm just really on the fence about it because I don't know if the quality is like the other one that I have, I won't reach for it. So I feel like I'm not gonna rush out and buy it like I was planning on doing it, but I'm going to wait until I do like another Beauty Bay order for something else, and then I'll just add it to cart then because I'm there already with something that I really want, you know what I mean? But let me know your thoughts. Like if you guys really, really want to see me use this palette and want a review on it, I know I don't normally do like cheaper style makeup like this, which is fine. Like I don't care what it is. It's more about the specific makeup product for me. But I really love the color scheme of this. So if you guys really want to see it, I will pick it up and I'll do it for you. Let me know. But the only thing that makes me hesitant is the quality of their eyeshadows. Okay, let's just get it out of the way. Let's just get it out of the way and talk about it, shall we? We've already been talking about it on like my community page. We've been getting quite in depth, but this is obviously the Pat McGrath new Mothership palette. I think it's Mothership 9, A Utopian Dream. Now, this palette has people up in arms. It has people up in arms, and I'm not gonna say that it's not rightly so, because the way that she was like teasing this eyeshadow palette with like the inspos were really like pastel and really, really like there was a lot of rainbows. There was a lot of colors within that like inspiration series, you know what I mean? Like I think we were all expecting a completely like colorful rainbow palette. I'm not saying whether that's right or wrong, but I think that's just what we were expecting. And I think from the inspo pictures, like I think we were expecting just to be absolutely blown away with something really, really, really unique. And I feel like Pat, even though you know that Pat is like the love for me, like I want to be best friends with Pat. And I have like all the Motherships, like I love, and I'm going to buy this regardless. I am going to buy it regardless. You know I am. but I feel like Pat almost like shot herself in the foot this time with this one. Like, there's obviously a heap of people that just instantly saw it and was like, abso-freaking-lutely. And if you don't have this Mothership palette, you will probably be super drawn into it and be like, oh my god, this is the Mothership that I've been waiting for. But I feel like if you have all of the Mothership palettes, or you have Divine Rose 1 or 2, and you were expecting something super, super different from Pat this time, because that's what she was kind of teasing at, you probably saw this and got a little bit disappointed. Like, I know me personally, I instantly saw it and thought that's a really, really beautiful palette, and instantly was like 100% getting it because I was going to regardless, let's be real. But at the same time, the more I looked at it, the more I got disappointed, because it really does look so much like Divine Rose 1 and 2, like when you really compare them. And I know that a heap of people have done like comparison swatches and all that. And even when, so Fiona Styles has already been sent this particular palette. She's a makeup artist, and she did like swatches of it, which is awesome, so that you could like see it beforehand. A few of the swatches, I know that she said there's no duplicate shades in here and they're completely 10 unique shades. And I obviously believe her. There's obviously some tweaks in here to make them unique shades, but there are quite a few shades in here that look so close to existing shades that it's almost like, why didn't you just make something a little bit different? So like, I think when you look at the first 4 shades, so not the end 4 special shades, but like the first 4, those 2 mattes, they look like the 2 mattes out of Divine Rose 1, do they not? They look exactly like them. They're obviously different. She said they're different, but they look like that. That top right hand like champagne-y shimmer looks like all of the champagne shimmers in most. Like, it even looks like the same. Here we go, we're getting in depth, but it almost looks exactly the same as this shade, does it not? Like, in the Venus and Fleurs, you know, it's in a lot of her Mothership palettes, so it looks really similar to that. The bronze shade looks like really similar to one out of Bronze Seduction. That hot pink coral shade, I initially thought that was like the hot pink, like not the hot pink, the coral out of Divine Rose 2, but when you see that swatched in like in the video, it's definitely not, it's completely different. And then the gold special shade, so the last 4, the gold one, I just wish that wasn't a gold. I think if that was a green, like a pastel green or a pastel blue, I feel like everyone would be losing their mind over this palette almost. But because I think it's a gold and it's really similar to the golds in Divine Rose 2 and Divine Rose 1 and all of her other ones, to be completely honest with you, I feel like that's why people are just like, this looks so similar to the palettes that I own. So I just think like with some slight tweaks, this could have really just like absolutely been hit out the park. Is it an absolutely beautiful, if you just take away Divine Rose 1 and Divine Rose 2 completely from the collections and you look at this objectively like that, this is a really, really, really beautiful palette. It is. It's so pretty, and it's like wearable everyday color, which Pat does like really well, and that's one thing I do like about her Motherships. God, you're getting an explanation. But I can see why people are disappointed, and I can see why people are saying that they're not going to buy it, or they're a little bit upset about it, or that they're waiting for a discount, you know, that kind of a thing. I can really see how people feel that way. Do I feel that way? I'm a little bit disappointed, 100%. I really, if that gold wasn't in there, I would be feeling a lot happier about this palette, to be completely honest with you. Just, that's also a personal thing. I don't love wearing gold eyeshadow. So whenever there's a gold in a palette, I'm like, nah. But you know, that's a personal thing. But the rest of it, I mean, it's a Mothership. I love Pat. It will be different. It just will be. And I'm still super excited to get it. What a long-winded chat that was, my friends. You are welcome. Okay, so this palette, right? This had me so intrigued. And then I saw the freaking price tag and I was like, oh, no ma'am, no. So this is the Vanity Makeup Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. So it's the signature palette. 12 eyeshadows, 3 different textures. So mattes, shimmers, and sparkles. I think sparkles just means glitter, but maybe I could be wrong. But it's $95 US, so it's available now on their website. I think this is by an influencer. I could be wrong, but when I went onto this cosmetics page, it had like Vanity makeup, and so it had a girl. I'm pretty sure it's like an influencer brand, and she's really known for her contouring from the looks of it. I'm probably super ignorant when I'm saying this, so I'm sorry. Now this palette looks gorgeous. The packaging is A++. Like, packaging looks so luxurious and beautiful, and the color scheme is really gorgeous. How much is this just giving everyone Tati palette volume 1 vibes? What a mouthful. Like, I know it's not the same, but like the color scheme is so similar. Does it not give you those vibes? Does it? Does it not? I'm telling you, gives you the vibes. Anyway, what is wrong with me? Anyway, beautiful palette, very, very everyday wearable. I think if this was the first eyeshadow palette you were bringing into your collection, you could just get this and you'd be like, nailed it, don't need another one, like it has everything in it. But if you're someone like me who has all of the eyeshadow palettes, 100% you don't need this. I would have picked this up if it was like 50 or 60 US dollars. Not necessarily because I don't think that she can charge that for her brand. She can charge whatever the hell she wants, and I don't know what the formula is like. It could be worth $95, but I think because it's a color scheme that I already have over and over and over and over again, it's not worth $95. You know what I mean? Like, I know with the Mothership palette we were talking about how it's like kind of similar to the other palettes, but for me her formula is so unique and there is some unique shades in there that for me I'm like, yeah, that's 100% worth it to me. But with this one, I'm like, I actually genuinely have all of these colors multiple times across multiple formulas in my collection. So to justify paying 95 US dollars, which would be close to 150 Australian dollars plus shipping. So this would almost be like a $200 palette when you factor all of that in. For me, it's like, no. This would have to be some revolutionary formula, you know what I'm saying? Jouer is bringing out the Bloom Bronze and Glow bronzer and highlighter duos. So like they're like sticks kind of thing. So a multi-use creamy duo with plant-derived squalane and rosehip oil to moisturize and nourish the skin. A radiant bronzer on one side and a shimmering highlighter on the other side. Has shea butter, vitamin E, and jojoba oil. Comes in 3 shades. Are the 3 shades super great? No, but they're still better than Jaclyn Hill's bronzer launch. So, anyway, would I pick this up? Maybe. I think Mecca usually gets these and they probably will get them in store as well. So if I saw it in store and had a bit of a play and thought that they would work for me, then yeah, I don't mind this like stick formula that everyone seems to be coming out with, but they do look very pretty. And I know I've seen a couple of people really rave about their blush sticks, so potentially I'd pick it up. What do you guys think? Are you into Jouer? Jouer used to be the brand, and now that they've obviously stopped like paying all of the influencers to talk about them. So now people seem to just not mention them and now they go under the radar. Anyway, let me know what you think, because I actually really like Jouer. Everything I've tried from them, their foundation is beautiful. So was their concealer, stunning. So yeah, I don't think this is available in Australia yet, obviously, because I think we get NARS, like can you actually believe it? We just got last week the soft matte foundation that got launched well and truly over a year ago. We just got that. That's how slow things get released in Australia. Anyway, they released Basic Instincts Cheek Quad. So it's like a blush palette is what I'm trying to spit out there. They look really pretty. Like really pretty, cater to a couple of skin tones, so that's good. The reason why I wouldn't pick this up is because I would need to see it in person, but I know NARS is usually like a real shimmery, like almost verging on a highlighter blush formula, and that is not my jam at all. But if these were more of like a matte, slightly glowy formula, then I could be interested because they're very pretty. I also really like the lip sets. I like both of the colors that they released in that. They're very pretty. So, maybe. Cosmetics released blush and contour like cream sticks, which it's obviously the season for it. I really want to pick these up, and I was going to pick them up straight away on launch day, but I was like, we've got Rare Beauty coming out in Australia, and then there's obviously the new Pat palette, so I was like, you need to calm your farm because we don't have all the money in the world. But I will pick these up eventually, 100%. I want to actually pick up more Cosmetics. I'll link like my review down below or up there or whatever. I really want to try more Cosmetics because everything is so beautiful that I've tried from that brand, and like I'm going on having them a month now and I still love the products. So I definitely want to pick these up for sure. Wayne Goss brought out a new eyeshadow palette. I don't know what it is about his makeup, but it doesn't appeal to me. I think it's the packaging. Well, actually no, it's the makeup as well. I can see how this appeals to a lot of people, I really can, and it's definitely his aesthetic, so no shade towards him. It's just not my personal preference, if that kind of makes sense. It's very much like your everyday wearable. It's very user-friendly. Like if you've got someone, it makes complete sense when you think about it, because women that would, or people I should say, that would watch his channel they would really be watching him to learn how to do their makeup and stuff like that. So it's probably not people like me who wants like all of these crazy eyeshadow palettes because they sit down and create, you know, like different looks for fun. It's probably people that generally want to wear makeup just for the everyday. So when you think about it like that, this is like a beautiful palette. It is. It's a really beautiful palette. It's just not for me. First of all, it's 2 gold shimmer shades and I just don't love wearing gold, so I wouldn't reach for this naturally. I would reach for it for the mattes. The mattes look really pretty, but I need something a little bit more than this for me to go ahead and pick it up, you know what I'm saying? But it looks pretty. It does look pretty. I know it's released already. You can get it from Beautylish if you're interested. I don't know how much it is. It doesn't say here, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's very pretty. I could see someone wearing this on like their wedding day or something. Like it's like very natural pretty, you know? NARS released the Climax eyeshadow palette. It's come out in Australia this week, so be excited for us. It's, I originally when I looked at this, I didn't want it. And then I saw Britt Clark do a video on it and I was like, now I want it. It is a really pretty cool tone palette. And I don't think I looked at it realizing it was a cool tone palette. And I only have like maybe 2 cool tone eyeshadow. I have 2 cool tone eyeshadow palettes in my collection. So it's something that I would like to add to. And it's got greens in it and I love greens and I really like the blue. And it does look really pretty. The only reason why I probably won't pick this up is because it's limited edition. So that's really annoying because once it's like stopped being sold, it's like gone and I can't just like keep bringing it out of my channel because then people are like, oh, I can't even get it. So yeah, but it is pretty and I probably will, maybe I'll pick it up. Maybe I'll pick it up. Maybe. What do you guys think? Should I pick it up? Oh, okay. I have to talk about this because I haven't talked about it and I know it's old news now, but fuck me. Fuck me, seriously. Sorry. Swearing does occur around here. This is Hourglass, the Curator eyeshadow palettes. I know every man and his dog has had an opinion, I should say, on this. But I just have to throw mine out there and it's pretty much like most people's that I've seen. Like, what are they thinking? What are they thinking? So I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know why. But I've got this real bone with Hourglass and it's like, for me personally, I feel like real personal about it, but like they haven't really done anything to me, you know what I mean? But like every time I've tried their products before, like I've gotten multiple of their products before and they give me full-blown acne. I'm not kidding. Hourglass products give me fully fledged, full-blown acne, right? So I kind of like really have this like vendetta almost against them because of it. And I love, like their products look lovely, don't get me wrong. It's just that because I'm talking cystic acne, right? Just Hourglass that I've had this problem with. I don't know what they put in their thing. Anyway, all of this to say, they released these Curator eyeshadow palettes. You're really getting the stories today. And they are so fucking expensive. Like this is coming from someone who has no issues dropping $200 on an eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath. Yes, I understand that, okay? But I get 10 eyeshadows in a Pat McGrath Mothership palette and they're phenomenal quality. Regardless of the color scheme, they're phenomenal quality in my opinion. Like to me, it's like, okay, I'm happy I paid I'm not happy I paid $200, but I'm happy to pay $200. And 9 times out of 10, look, I get them on sale. But this to me is a fucking joke because well, first of all, the 3 pan eyeshadow. So to get the pan and then the 3 eyeshadows, it's 150 Australian dollars. 150 Australian dollars. And then to get the 5 eyeshadows, it's 250 Australian dollars. So we're talking way more fucking expensive than Pat McGrath and for 5 eyeshadows less. And I can I'll be damn sure that this formula is nowhere near what Pat's is and there's no astral shades in here. There's no special shades in here. So I'm paying $250 for 5 shades of what Hourglass? I would love to know. I would love to know. And I have watched a couple of reviews because obviously I'm a nosy bitch and I haven't seen anyone like raving about these to the point of warranting that price tag. You know what I mean? So I want to know, I'm guessing it was potentially a marketing choice, good for them. Maybe they feel like the quality of this is worth it, good for them. I don't know, each their own. If you purchase this because you're like, I love Hourglass, it seems like a great, like, that's fine to me, then again, this is just my personal opinion, but I'm just like, I can't, and I will spend probably whatever I have to on makeup, but even for me, this is too far. But again, I do have like a bit of a vendetta against them, so probably unfairly. I know everyone's already talked about this already because I'm super late to the scene, but the Hermes highlighter, can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Apparently there are other shades coming out with this. Apparently. So I'll be super interested, but I don't think it's coming out until like the end of September, October, and I don't understand. These designer brands kill me, man. These designer brands are like releasing pics of their makeup products like months, like we're talking 6 months in advance, and I'm like, I am too impatient for that. Like, you're gonna need to drop that tomorrow if you're gonna show me it now, because I don't want to wait. I understand the point of like saving up for it and everything, but I also am just too impatient for that. So drop it now, please. Anyway, Hermes highlighter. If I was to buy this, it would purely be because of that embossing. Like the pan imprint. Is that not the most like spectacular thing you have ever seen? Is that not beautiful? But then like, how are you gonna go and use it? So I'm not gonna pay $100 for a highlighter or whatever it's gonna be, and then not be able to use it because it's too pretty to screw up. Also, isn't this the same packaging as the blushes, and everyone was saying it was really cheap and like felt really like cheap to hold? If I'm spending $100 on a highlighter, it needs to feel heft. I need to feel some heft, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to really just see where I'm at when this comes out, because I want it, but also like, so my child in me really just wants to buy it, and then like the adult in me is like, you really like chill, you don't need it. So we're just gonna have to see who wins on that day. Also, okay, so I don't know if this is legit or not, but I presume because they've posted it, it is. Natasha Denona, apparently their new launch is a Universal Glam Face Palette, or maybe one of their new launches. So in the palette, it's got a cream blush and cream highlighter, and then 5 shades of eyeshadow, and it doesn't have a release date on here, so I'm not sure if this is like 100% the palette or not. But how do we feel about this? How do we feel about it? Because I don't personally look at this and want to buy it, but again, it's just probably a bit too neutral for me. It's just not for me. Like, it's just not a product that I personally would get excited to use. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. It's just, I don't look at it and feel excitement or a lot of joy. And that sounds a bit harsh, and I don't mean it to be. Because I could see how if you were just like an everyday makeup wearer or a neutral lover, you would really, really be into this. My friend Karen loves this. Like, she saw it and I was like, oh yeah, I need that. And I was like, oh, okay, wow. Like, I thought, yeah, anyway, I just kind of saw it and was a bit bored. But anyway, how do we feel about it? If this is the release, how do we feel about it? All right, guys, that is it. I've been talking forever. You're probably sick of listening to me. She got very opinionated today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I offended you. I didn't mean to. It's just literally my personal opinion. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts, okay? So let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you're watching to this point, you know what you are. You're a legend. Yeah. And I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.